empanifo ma me mama kwaba
ya nua
ye Joseph
boko de
adum
ejodike
nua ba
bibi ekoyi
saa ya no nkoyi kura yo
saa ya no
saa ya
dog eni em ekosei
ebe wa bibi aboko
edanyame ase edanyame ase
obade de nkwa che am say enra na ye papa his excellency acting on article 67 of the constitution on the Ghana for everything kita ho chere Ghana the state of the country. I believe say no ye beka ho aseme
no ka ye ntopisa ye de ba ho ene eja edin so e ba no edin e ba menim sa wo de no aba na sabre no na bia mani eda kokom ntima ante dia appointment no wo de na e de hia
appointment ne de aba
wo de na ye de hia
nyame adom nti ye papa his excellency acting through honorable Felix Kwachofosu oseme mbebwa na yenye adwuma aban kesiem
nti
o say efikesim na yemboa na ye disseminate government information nti ho na mene ne wa chese
nti lete bia ba bonten wunimu
minimu nti ye adwuma kakra say ye de ye papa his excellency ni nyuma pa wo ye no eba bededi nti eno na sisi ye koso na de tem say isi green letter ye fa ma bonten nti oji ana de asho dem ko de na ade achi awo sori akwa adwuma
say appointment no nya ye meka bi
o say officiality nti e won't be fa meto abonten baby esa wo de ko na esa wo de ko but enye social media nti sa pepepe neti
eni e machi nkwa
ye be me da meti da se be da the honorable Felix Kwachofosu honor lawyer Samije Fi ase say communicators are ye kasama party no lawyer Beatrice Anan ono so wa ban kesi mu a oboa NDC communicators asemba no akan bia mai kakra nti lawyer Samije Fi kan bi honorable Felix Kwachofosu so kan bi lawyer Beatrice Anan so ye dey ekebi and a host of many others are omoboa NDC communicators na omo so ensa ka omo appointments oni me be ya adwen say in the last week no appointment do na ya de just there about nkita hudie communication no corporate affairs no there do na akakudi NDC communicators no ensa just say omo ye adwuma making sure say all the state agencies are omobo aban ne aban nyuma akoso do ombe so be kasa and the nkita hudi aba na Ghana for hu niema pa state institutions ne yenti. I think the appointment so far for the communicators in the ye bebo ye papa John Mahama abaso honorable Felix
Kwachofosu ye fa nyuma no a dodo na mo communicators no eba PR department na mo communicators no dodo na ya appointing omo
na all across the country from regional to national be ene jesem be shen kran ama emabunu a ene woko university campuses training college ne polytechnics a omo kasama NDC at least they know that there's light at the end of the tunnel. NDC abane NDC party party a oye adwuma na oye mabunu wako school nim de na waye adwuma na ma party na ni aso NDC party ene aban we a chese adwuma abaye no eso ani penyufo ebebo abaso
eno na nti ne ye kan sen
tisi officially me act as a government spokesperson
at the presidency.
Yes me boss the honorable Felix Kwachofosu, who is the official spokesperson for the president and for the government and Madam Shamima Muslim I will know deputize the honorable Felix Kwachofosu as the deputy presidential spokesperson na yewa ha yesu enyuma firi omo hono omo so kire ha wadwuma ne city sa na NDC amanyoko ne city to ye mabunu na wo kasama party no wo ye adwuma ma party na you must know say at the end of the day no party ne bebo abaso na omo de wa hye baby na wo so wasua governance leadership anyhow our politics no city ti ebeda NDC penyufo the titru his excellency the president and vice president ebeda omase say almost akai any minua no almost communicators senior NPC senior Deladem Delale se we po elembele keke Kodre Mahama chese Kwadwo Dankwa Peter Mensa obia na ne nansi forma chese okoba na odi NDC obo and NDC hyehyeye obia me no kasei various regional communications officers bebre omsa komadwuma Sam Jerome Kafui Abbas Nuruddin Eric J chese adwuma na yedekeke I need ya buy NDC ebeda empanyufo ase
na ebi mu so kasa omuso so ase yenti ana yenwie yenya appointments ni
nwie na ebi mu kasa sana the last batch of appointments by betina o video aso esho mu kran say
obia
benya ne de this week so de wa oni me be ya adwen se dodo na aba chese na anwenwi ana ebi mu nwenwi na aba form kakra me ogidi say by the time next week Friday me sa aba ha biom ne de na me ne team ni na eba ha ye ba be magana for at say NDC ye mabunu na wo ye adwuma ma party na who say there will be a time you will be rewarded. You don't work for NDC na you will not be rewarded. O share MPP and tesa abaya betina konya so 8 years e mabunu a omo ye adwuma ma party no ene mabunu unia emu ayede amamu former Tescom presidents ha omode omadisu ato ho ye adwuma ma MPP ewo various university and tertiary campuses ene omo bobena because on betina so national service placements kra na yenye bi momo. This is not a party e wo se we mabunu na o eni so ade hunu wo nim de se obeye bibi pa bia magana. This is not a party se do hunkobo mo because at the end of the day ne mabunu a hweminu Meritocracy boaje emu ye din ma MPP a otijina ya na okama MPP no. At the end of the day where the MPP for the year no meanwhile emu ye din a mpanyufo bebre opon kroma mo ne ade mu dwane ye no se Meritocracy boaje na obejigina mu
ba wunyi se ebe doke bebe yese wo beto bo kakra ni ahwe performance so ebe free mu aba e say ye kan no competence hu hia
masa NDC
enti no sani awo kan se na mabunu na communicators ni appoint omo no sometimes baby a ye di nipa no kohye eni se obetumi aye adwuma onto bo kakra asa
odabi se unia agrobesa na dwafia no pa ebi mu ye ne omo na aye adwuma no we know what they can do and all of them are equally academically and professionally qualified on betimi aye adwuma nti the American na say NDC omama mabunu ani age ye mu bi ye wo school no me fa ye bae ya NDC adwuma ya boya baso saa so na menu a wotie me say we teen executive we teen member keke mpo yire ho na ye adwuma na dache hwie be in the next 4 years NDC be sa to amamu no so no oso no ebe so na wa be kire Ghana nimdia nyame de adua mu experience nyame de adua mu ne talent nyame de adua mu say ye adwuma ma Ghana in the next 4 years no obi ansa so be de ebe kan
na ma me na wase na memra opani odikesu aja appointments e ba mi gidi se oti akire nanso wahuni e koso edin a e ba se ne minua samekan se mabuna e wa manyuko nu mo masom wa manyuko nu mo ena chese appointments ne bi wo hono mo a ye de mabo amawo hu se wasom party ne wo se ye bo wabaso ense ye man nipa positions no dia na wo se ye hwe party no loyalty to the party competence dia na wo se ye hwe
in actual fact job bia on the description na MPP no a need gina flag bearer no ni vision because appointment bia ye a portion of the president no ni vision and upon bia man say for we jam name wa because of some limited no for we jam name wa na ye no said ye mepe and most of them are instructive say from the presidency say your vision no Vaku, this is our development plan for Vaku. It will only go and preside over the presidency, you know. Na niswadi on that sector. And akoya hoduma. And it's not something also deviate because bibia we biano or report to my superiors, and they also tell you to work to align with the vision or modibaya jumano. If you are now the interfaces, and said that mama say the vision, the mission, the resource. What am the me I don't say when they are putting the corner. But again, this is for their 2 tables. So it's say agriculture, transform now the human interface is a woman. Bet me achieve the needed goal now. Presidency, a vision, in line with. And to me, whoever is there, doesn't matter. What matters most is Ghana for here, robust and resilient economic environment.
But who say ubetumi vision ne say ha ne yeko na nipa no a uyi no so na beboa wa ma vision na koso eti se nipa no ye obi a ontumi pushi ma wo vision no nkoso a nipa no so hu hia.
In actual fact, it is our ever say me no. And mama is kind of so made. It's a me balance of your nanya da. You can't tell me say made in a made and nanya de. But what I say? Eti you can't say delegating powers to other people, no. A president no kwa eduma. It wasn't a new nipa competency. So when a back one I didn't made him kunim. The power to papa so a president within a bebo. It means to me, no, to say
Semper FM
and another term. Na ka kanu furia to eda o appointed kanu furia to any 3 months. Mini obi e be program aka chen say sa kwa na papa na chan obi me na feel.
Sa papa no.
So be so wo ya kwa. Obi me na feel. And so me kan nyina abem. Eti ewura mama me gina obo no. Me ntimi ka say me kokko bia enwo asemu. But ye hwe kwan be fa so a o mbe reset Ghana.
Okay.
Na ensem bebe ba o maka ene niema akoso a o mu se mfaduma mo betima ye no. Ye de ama wo mu onso emrama na constitution man kwa ma ni nipa o mbe bwana me na ye na adwuma. Ba me die enka me kwa de a enka Ghana constitution a ye review no. Sa appointment we nyina president eye no. Enka dodo na ye enkoye by institutional representation. For example, obi o ha yedene ko vaku ebia vaku adwuma mu okra no onsi order wonim how adwuma ni siko afa na chief director wo ebe work through the processes and say chief director na wo no ebe CEO of it meritocracy ade bia political appointment abe ye free ho ama yetimi nya the need because say doctor adwuma wo hospital say catch me say NDC about the ko kan ho e di ko kwalebu na kotutwa nipa ko e operation am say it is out of place because minimum nim die bia sa na me susu say doctors and a hospital adwuma and the institution bia so no all salute through the ranks to the top one. Near you see you. Nanka enquire political appointees are a woman who made the back and call of their who's work and this mebun and this mebun. Yeah, this is for some quite Ghana. And we can have equally competent people. Women and this for whom bet me deliver a more money put to our coso. But I had a partisan and the putting square person round who's you know a baby movie.
I said, I was equally competent. Equally competent it means that both sides are competent, so one has to be selected.
And I'm making nothing wrong. But there's a more to one line.
Oh, they be anticipated.
Yeah, what I was NDC communication.
Your Excellency.
What was my work on? Made a work on make a what's the NDC communicators? Oh, my year, Juma, Abuama party, no, a reward. So it's no more about
who are also extremely qualified.
It's no more about merit. It's no more about merit.
I don't think it's fair.
No, so I will Casalam. You know, you ready besi
you ready besi
just say
the
constitution no
doc
obi
my answer na obebem no ma me fanto etiefo ewo amasama ne mpotemu anim panimfo eda Ghana Water Company Limited ano say yemfa entumanim say every match bosome ne da ye dikan na ese chena ekosi 7th March no omo se nsuo ho be den e wo mpotemu ho no mo nsuo ho be den ni nyina no ejina se on treatment plans omo de ye adwuma no omo se baako omo ye maintenance ho enti mo a mo Amasaman Township abehina se to mine sape mine pobi mine obeye sa areas ho no mu nyina for 7 days pokwa seka ho sa mpotem ho no mu nyina omo se nsuo ho be den for 7 days nsuo a mubuo no eso beti ti utisi e bia na wabubi asuo krato Ghana Water Company Limited impending for say yemfa emam no doc na o bem na
YTC yes na make say you see the way this NDC appointments no has gone no Ghana Nibia will come to the inevitable conclusion say it has been merit based even in the NDC sample extremely merit based mame one ministry and as agency I do be akotowa the person does not have the necessary academic and professional credentials to be there.
Now look for some credentials.
Oh, Debbie. Say I didn't know you.
Maybe officer credentials.
Debbie, so
Debbie. Another officer with CV, you know.
Debbie, say
having a CV is a different from even we work on his CV, but on the job friend say on the job training to say what my we if you call me in medical school but make me do a chinwa hospital I will perform more major on chain I bear more better than what I call a medical school
operation
no yes we say doctor be we say senior doctor be say housemanship say bia me nim there na me be do na say o yes e no quite more easier a renowned doctor na catch me
I know they disagree
unko hu school
no
na just school mo ko you walk home through this skills a training that training no you on the practical aspect and the book well and the opinions are like
of course no
and the but said your can and my feel say on the job training the whole world and then they did and we work out several country make my better town chair within 4-5 months make my head one said now and then majority of the companies focus on the job training.
Enti ya uka amena kwesi ne se nipa nikita CV or chese bia me CV no me ye professional bia communicator me ye say no nka hwe.
Na bi na CV no mo de ko. Why no didn't CV ko say me ba me wia me call office me kwa kobokro no. Why na CV wo sa. Any working attitude ne.
So I disagree. The point is that majority of them they are already in corporate affairs in normal private businesses. Majority of them have been very successful. And these appointments have been merit based, extremely merit based, even within the party sample, extremely merit based, and have extreme. President Mahama has been in power for 4 years. Wako opposition 8 years. He has gathered every experience over here. Of course, there may be 1 or 2 isolated situations because the President Mahama be all expects on one day but to be very honest with the whole appointments it has been extremely merit based. I know without any shadow of doubt. Say majority of them, 98% of them will come out with flying colors. Abino Numa or Moyano. Bibia Bede di Pefe say His Excellency the President. An appointment it was the right appointment, sir. A day development to me, I disagree with me senior brother and me Papa Prekope Udike.
I think or to say argument me say. And yes, CVSM.
Tell me, Cassie.
What say per their CVs and credentials Umukuta.
Yes.
One and why you may be a was a track record. Only a friend of a friend you introduce into public sector. And you will say by merits. If I go so, and when you be that. Meba doctor wokasa no na me wa onye bi da higher trial and error na ye koye because the bad baby wa minimum background enim say omunko sada but to me no say them di kakan no yes say there is no act to determine the man's construction by face what do you mean ka say ya free we na we dem susu untimenye etina me di kaka say do mama no ankasa president or duty sawa sign so omunyamwa no they are going to work their job description. I instructive. This is what I mean.
Yes, but you made mention about meritocracy. I think that.
How do you assess?
No,
the merits. I don't know. That he was appointed by merits because when you be that.
It's why you be that.
So fresh and oh please. I am communicators. One out here now.
Yes, I know them.
I am communicators. Doctor. Mr. Wakasa Bibri, Wakasa Fendi Sion, and in my Namtia. Eti, Yadia, we are praying, say, Umbe Timia deliver. Now, Ubu are on ye bibida, and so Timiko, Equa sell it. And you will be also why Yaya and Suntiman sell it. My mamma 1-2 scenarios be. Your friend said, Dr. Anani, okay, I said, for no call a health sector. Now there were so many challenges. When you about rules, he performed creditably. And so, in the background, health, if that's what I say. And in real Adokofo, what do you call a defense? Defense, he performed creditably. At the end of the day, and it's about the job description. The president, the person who had the one, and no. So we are going to work under the presidency. It was never say division. I also the person who do the NFA. To achieve to be the man. Then in Akambo moi. Now my president, you know, what you do, person what you. It's medicine there. For now, it doesn't come in at all.
Abusiani a wate owura kwasi ade odike na wate nenkano na Dr. Same Ayeso ewofie ha ejade they say opposition no amanyoko foforo aba na me hu baby
union government they say
union government
omani na come
and you say kwasi ade odike union government
I'm a founder leader me bukuru nya bi
Fabi Brena ebi nuru me.
Oh,
union government.
And
I hope so you be a metro man so more medim.
Me no be any man so me a principle. Most people na your principle.
And send your what here na man for ahwimuti no mo.
And say una eno you masem.
Union government.
Me mature a meritocratic system of governance. A very Western culture and someone na mo
ka for book no bra.
Mama obibi. Mama be not I don't know why.
O dey ya na o bia ba ne ahwe. Abusuan ye hwe animu say yensa beka MPP communication team member lawyer Kwasi Kwaten kane kasama forma so ye hwe adehwemu nsem so ye hwe animu say yensa ebetumi aka no. But inform me anko emrahye bedwam enra state of the nation ebetumi aka say Mampani John Dramani Mahama na mamuo ye toso mienu na edikan state of the nation or the by enra corruption or say why na dwen so the neighbor si form no atu ase wa me ehu enne ye kwaya afodo a sasimu sade atuo ne enye no age aboso nsem bebre no kan ye eja me sha ase afiu so enra unya adaji tie ye nyema mampani boboso
me tie na in actual fact since the inception of 1992 constitution the fourth republic as a successive governments the state of the nation omuba omuka kakra bi about the true state now they can be manifesto promises but I don't know just be the true definition of that mandate
yes o man to be a sign or minor ne tibia city
e festiwa say o man tibia ne bobre dia enye de wo ba beye yes anete
ba say odikan so kam ye hu say the state of the nation no enye
tie de mekan meba et say wakonwa ya wotisu yi konsom be mensa senanda wa et say wo ko no bi ba say ripa na oba no on the bedi crack Ghana for adwuma mu afo say me beto console and me beto laptop, me beto table, me beto tiase. And yet the oba you do baba and the do aba. It's the oba and say a reflective of budget statement in but what the American say because 24-hour economy is no many nyina and you can pay message that is the social contract between you and the electors, the citizens. Now all this must be captured in the budget. Say 24-hour economy no e kwa we na me be fa so dia ye na ska say e me hia wo various sectors it mo mama akwanya na menya kwan first no enya dwuma se be ya sa enisuade hu no ebebe mu and I am say made it to me I'm so muntimi and hammer on the true state of the nation. For example, ebia obaye no go air transition ama wo wonu enyama wo inherit and for accountability sake it in article 67 say but dikra nyama wo beto ye de dey shawonsa it is oba na ka say mobile phone na emienu a na after 2 years mienu abeka ho a nyem say ewura mama bae no obeto mobile phone mienu o watima abomode ama mienu abeka ho me ba che otia say but where the oba do no mo ka de mobile be ye to me as a departure from the main definition of the true state of the nation. Ebia me buy inflation 23%. Sana mabeto. Bank of Ghana they cap 46 billion. That's what I say. STC your bus say wo 40.
Na no enra wan tibi.
Me ba me aya no me
senra ne oka ye bi ne se say ye can yen housing deficit no ejina 1.2 million
me ka sa ni nyina ne me ka sa wo me say
omo baby a ye gina say enne ye can yen road sector na is in crisis because of mismanagement by the previous
how many kilometers in here say na car I was here
ka wo sa na
was the true state o ma ye 1 kilometer do do ayetimi aye ye sapetin de asphalt interchange 10 2 Kumasi 1 Watermale 9 wa Accra. If you feel what say 3 be kan wo Kumasi a e mama ne de bae. E ba to say. Yaka what can say ye de ka 730 billion. E ba to say. Afei me be to free SHS. Anam krani didi ba kwa na mienu. Me be to Ghana Railway one shuttle record in Sawamuba. About what I say. If you are to Ghana Airways, 5 aircrafts. A host is here. It is any man you say, the president says, handy over my own. Fat man and you. Now you say, and your mother do say, and the Asha won't say. If you are Jubilee House, government vehicle pool, you will 60 vehicles. And over time, maybe Congress Biara. And before we be ye number of vehicles now a church will be a rebi. Eti ya no more akona ye ba be ye way no ama the value of the true state of the nation no era because obeso be bia no eti de to abama ho eti wo capture the oba be yin nyina wo budget me enso baba enso wo sa wa kwanya oba be ready a kire the opeso ye bia no budget ne capture o sa ba be ready a kire but me de me say sa platform no ye the man say the wo be inherit ewo aban na okọ aban aba atwa mu no enema ye de hye wonsa emprempren me nua ba say emprempren obi kodi ebi a ohene a empempran ne wo ho agudi e wo ho abusuani nyina no trase ni a document ni nyina say wo ba ye no enka wadu de de hye ye mene miensa entuma say na wo ho etu wo yin no betra so a saa ne mani na anam say documented nti no wuntimi mfa bi nkoye bibi fufuro bia ebema enguase abeka ho the only a year a person kire ne say o be add more to the wo ye de share won sa no and no asa ka de access and liability de ye de ma wo ene ye ka eda yeso but mpempi no enye wura mama nkwa be no no mu de nam ye ba be ye wei ye ba be ye wei ye ba be ye wei do be ni na de eni nti de do betena ho eti do ba be no you capture them in your budget na wo capture wo mu no esam wa kwanya ma wo costo say ade we ampese be no e be bo ma ne kase skase ni me hia e dia ye ho aduma but enye ye wura mama nkwa ho and many about the make na say we no waka the state of the nation ka krabi na de aka nyina ye promises do no peso ba be e ba sa meto onu aron na bebre o a na mi say ka say ko budgetary allocation na okwa in costing na march e ba so mba be ready a kire ha e wona na wo be kire agenda 111 sky de be ye ekwa be fa so be no enkokon ketenkete 52 communities 55,000 no what state ekwan a ye be fa so be ye enkokon ketenkete because enra de okan no what men detail edi enye sa platform na me expect say or this ha ne man be ba de akofo adujae unso almighty cathedral kwa ho asoma ama aso japade akofo adu de jae I will be happy. Almighty cathedral ama na vedi a wo ba be na be ka che na je kufu akwa se wa moma afa ho adi aso ma bebre na wo a eya wu kasam a akoso na gana for petie ehunu how bad wo kan general say economy nenye but all the sectors na ko so nya abotre echirem say me buy no bo SCC akaba sport pe me ba to say it's a bus 40 no se mama ekojina after 2 years let's say mama ka say STC buses do 200 let's from 40 no what dey go 200 there I say applaud because why add more to it but say 40 no yeah after 2 years let's say aka 20 na gana for say wo ball man no me no baba what you say be it say galam say your forest cover dodo a o ma say no kan yensuo dodo a galamse ase no also waka ansana so be land reclamation o budget no de abase enam yensuo ni ekwaya ase nti no ye land reclamation na method de ye ni ebe cost o man say na o de ahye budget ni ehun say problem na o kan no wa ba be solve no budget no na ya jatu but we de ye beye no kwana as adoson ekobasa na ma the juicy aspect of it because na me expect say cathedral de anye yi kura no
na cathedral no on kan say
me be to man ho $58 million
anu ana na afesa oti
anya no kwa so many of them even na make can railway but ye will train do say your friend say your total debt or kind. What kind of inflation? If I thought you say, what kind inflation? It's in Yama all the sectors. Said ye abandon handy over amounts in CR, Komoko transition. It you over all the Nebians or agenda 111. So kind was agenda 111. Bakukren why operation. It bakukren why operation. What it means is $400 million na dia wura no. Yenya value for money. Now in the budget, what or the cost say, me le bisusu say, baby I agree. Yen kwaro in phases. Mabe me first year maybe at 20 I complete. Me second year may 20 I complete. Na budget na capture 20 na oba be no na gana fo nyina hu say out of 111 na bakokra new operation no in the next year you expect say 20 there e ba be adwuma maye the following year another 20 ba be adwuma maye na say gana ni bia nim say 111 na ekufo ado sha ase no enye ka na mumu plans say if you na akuri men in sequence kopim say Omana ho odi betima ye dia kan nyina wi
ba se okan musu se projects ahoro a ban dada no anwi no obeto aso ana enu no waka bom dodonko onyi ne maako se ne o ka agenda 111
na project America who ni project ko
nye project so si projects a aban dada no anwi
o ka setino oyi 111 agenda 111 kan school do se na aka wuram o se ehun school do se na aka wuram o se ehun
ayo
ne ehun kwan a o budget na e be capture e dia ye kwan. How many roads and asphalted? How many roads and a virgin? Nina, so car contractors car abaneja ho. Eti in the same vein, no. Na go see kilometers do the whole Ghana. Ya kwan was ye. A totaling ebia 30,000 roads no see. Says ye o mine no. Yetima ye mu 6,000. Yetima ye mu 6,000. Aka 24,000. Me first 4 years no. Now the core budget no. Me first 4 years no. Me ba be 4,000. Me second year maybe 2,000. Now budget na capture dan say. Ya na quite say campaign platform no mujina so na. Ye ba be. I don't say ato abama. Ya je watu say ampa de o kan ni na no. O man ama akwanya. Na sa the state of the nation in there. And you say, what take stock of the nation now be declare near Ubabetoye.
Yeah, that's it. Bushania, wati openi kwesi ade ODK ena wati neneno union government mu enwo. Make us say, mini abe ma lawyer kwesi kwatin edufia say MPP communication team member lawyer kwaba.
Yeah, enua mema wadro kese ema abojafo titu mi amofa to da no boye yam kakra to da so ana emze wachire mu yie kakra na de me huze emze yidom ko kai no na enye inspiring tie na de me huze
na enye inspiring
oh
banya
anura we de mentie kra se tienti
wontie be na di
oh na de wutieti wo social media hu de ko wo hwe de man for na wo hia ugoji apede
answer na be ko eno so no me gidi se appointments ahoro a aba no wo de wani adi akire se wutie mini abema samedo kasemo de atwidwa o se chese NDC amanyuko no somo a omoka communicators somo amanyuko no no ente se mo mu die yi a chese amanfo sombo bna yemfie na wohwe communicators na anya hwe state agencies no behwe we ekoboa PR department o mo ye adwuma appointments no wo de wani adi akire wo say
me de mani adi akire me da so obusa sa question na meka se akoye se bese paniku na haban empanifo se tasede banyansa fom wan fa nyansa anto ho a wan hwe anu akoka atwi obi ebedru me bikwa bi ebeka se bi a sebio appointment kwa de mani pe bi nkwa ya wo ya na bibisa at the same time now so no we have a state to govern, we have a nation to develop benefo so ka se sebia bro de opoto no onchisi o de dey ebom and dikamfo so bi ani ho eno wo ho ye wo bi nso a ohwe the bread de mana, and I say this in no humility and without any disrespect to anyone. Me modi bia. There are some of them na media kamisusu say nka yemfa nipa kron start be a deputy CEO because obia in his own life onye adwumada on serve in public office da onye in any private capacity da no akoma nipa kron say CEO hadrin nti in as much as say we are rewarding loyalty, no, it shouldn't be just blanket loyalty, sir.
You can learn on the job too.
You see, whilst we cannot learn on the job, we should also create situations where people experiment on the job. So that is the balance. Mm-hmm. We should strike the balance between learning on the job and experimenting on the job. It is a more reason why me would say, in as much as say, hey, my mom is switching be say maritime before and the MPP office, no. Now for about 2 years, if I recall, and I stand to be corrected. Now, onumu entimi ntwea omo ho eka. Most of the times, I saw omo kokoji overdraft every bank so before they pay them. Their workers were just very few. And the President Akufo-Addo de Papa yo Kwame Wusu. Canada Japan campaign manager eko ho. Na Kwame Wusu ye chartered accountant. And ordinarily, no, Sammy Jaisa. Ordinarily, no, you expect to say, maritime, there could be a maritime person ever call. But their problem has to do with finances. Into the Kwame was in a call. Kwame was call Hono. He just had to go through their regulations. And who say enforcement alone can make them get money. Yes, one of the enforcement of here, now a company should pay $12 million to maritime and not transform the maritime authority and then will be about maritime. Where STC here, a brave ball, Nana Comedian. Go for Buka say below him. We were here. Say Nana Comedian, former cabinet minister in Comfort's administration, but STC because at that time we felt say STC had a go. They make Kenya say leadership counts. And they say a bet to me in one say, yes, Obia Kobebia. Obia onye Jumada in his own life. I don't want to mention names. I mean, look at even some of our ministers. I mean, with all due respect, say a quote, I could share any serious international organization, be no my meeting be on substantive issues, be as a no benting. No, let me more deal because I don't want to associate any fault with anybody. Yenkase sebi ebu obi epotwa ebi amo mfanye de emum, but the balance should also be there. I have had a problem with institution bit to say NIA. I don't have a problem with the personality now alcohol, but let's look at the history. Obi all record say he leaked company documents near Pamon. On what basis do you say to take such a person there? An extreme partisan person say uncle manage an affairs of NIA. NIA no nim the Ekosiisen. Way he just take your Ghana card. I mean, run whatever any IT person, he can see the money in your account. And that's what I'm saying is that in as much as say you please your political people, I am also of the view say we should also get people who can, deliver. It is the more reason why President Mahama, some of his appointees, giving them a mainstream appointment, because now it's not really about capacity and even to some extent, I have a relationship with them because even some of them don't even qualify. But I have a relationship with them and on personal principle, I do not want to sit on radio say maybe say will be Juma. But I'm of the view say it's becoming so much of no, we don't run a country like that. No. And unfortunately, we've built and accepted the culture say more for the key. Some people bad power. They change and say any mabanti mmepemo de na monya de monko. Send this bad power mabanti no mmepemo de na monko. And the truth is that minyaba send na yaba pointi bidia. If you want to do a holistic and a very honest study and a research on what Ghanaians feel about that appointee, the end na to me say, hey, baby adni ko hoye meboa. Professor Dampo, so or worshipers authority. And there was 150,000 Ghana cedis. Inti, yeah, 150,000 cedis a month. That's in the salary in Ghana.
As a minister, many baby.
Inti, and they bought Bidia, the same since they bought some years or a office of say, or boss, not a boss, we need our fellows office. And now we're there now hand and the whole scale of the whole bit when you scadi. So we have now reduced governance to a fan of bit more. No. I am talking about the realities of the moment. Sammy. You see, there are moments where we do politics, and there are moments where we talk about the state. Some of the appointees in Minu who are deep within us. My tofa. Ne tofa in our say. I saw my timo. Na sebi a bru. Ebi eti asori mu ana eti adwuma mu na bi ababawa ene obi kunu twempana na bi a nipa ko na hwe ababawa no na morally no obi a morally no we may have a problem with this say hey obi kunu ho na abata ugu obi fie ugu obi ayi but ene no first na ka obi kunu twempana kra obi a ware kwa twempana ka odi sie kakra but ene no the whole point is on the hweme waje edan wo isle ama mo atoka ama me so what and we are even celebrating it. We have institutionalized it. That's the kind of that now governance is not only about who can work, which people can deliver, which sector by sector. Ni pass me so expertise o bit my and one say you say penny account anima ebi no jabo so no dokoko no timi 500 bags into no health minister. You hear some cinema, yes, you were juma, no waha, and we can't be dishing out I say the management and leadership of our state institutions. It shouldn't be a gift. Beyond say what work here, we know say is a political class, because if you are not very careful, it will get to a stage, situation. Everybody who wants a higher office will then come and join a political party. After all, they come by Juma. Your competencies, and please, I'm not talking about qualification. There is a difference between qualification and competence. Somebody can qualify but will not be competent because only experience be the other. They don't value qualifications so much, but they care more of competencies. They care of more of experience. Can you be trained on the job? Who experience or 5 years experience? And we feel that we are dishing appointment and everybody is clapping and nobody have the courage to talk about it. After all, Mr. Muhammad, or party Nibia, NDC, you be the answer, and we will see what will happen to us.
Asempa FM.
Abusiania uti communication team member ewo MPP Amanyuku no emu lawyer Kwesi Kwaten na watene ne Ekosiisen adwumadie so eni wadwenche no Facebook YouTube na de bi afa o ye begebre na ya kenkan de ama wenche meba doc so na ya toaso na menu ya asemo a wode atudwa na chese asemo a ne kafa ematan se school for nkwala edi ehu be me message a wode abana me pese mehwe na o se obatan bi o anaju 4 a.m. na wadwaye ne ba wi a wode akwala ni ko school me pesa message no ewum, and it's very true. 4 a.m. ye de akwala si kwan so ye de ni ko school
so okodropon no nya kwa kodi
o kodi ni dwa 4 a.m.
o chima na okwa no de na ja no
Same so my messages no so
before say me call asemwa ene ye be kan ho asem
state of the nation
respond to asemwa me amenu abema Kwesi Kwaten
na se me nyoba be dey me bema di unua
pacho ka se me na ya ro sempa because Kwesi Kwaten ye mabunu
oye babunu
doctor babunu no e age bracket na I want to have doctor
say be oye babu
obani dike wo nka mabuna sama ye ke wo nka
me nka ho say me dey
na say ye ka ho kan babu no
age bracket be na e qualify mo bi
enti no wani abri e na me kire wo say wo nka ho
wo yi mafiri
mama mfa babu kata competence so everyone manentia say mo mfa babu kata competence so
everyone o ma make asa
me ka to say mafiri babu
o de o ma make asa o da so wo mabunu doc nya bote o da so wo mabunu
na me na me ka to say mafiri
o da so
mama age bracket one na babu who is a youth
you are not part of the youth yeti odike ye na wo san be kan
who is a youth
doc to aso we ni film na to aso
me ya pa se nua be ma Kwesi Kwaten is treading on this tangent, very dangerous roads.
And
ABY Ghana adie ba ko a emabunu a omoye the majority of your population 62%. They be omo kan wasem say be ma omo opportunities. Ye will be more in their own personal and professional life no. They are extremely competent. It must be put on record on this platform. So Kwesi Kwaten has never, and he was never able to mention one person. He appointed it to a CEO, deputy CEO, or any managerial position in any of state institutions.
But so can say on so be body.
Oh, massa.
Or can say on
because on to be more. No. You see, let us not hide behind certain things. No. He cited some examples. Papa now all maritime, international. You know all maritime. No. Say he mentioned his name. Asambe na sa papa na de bag Ghanaian politics. Is he not the one? Ni 2-bedroom
air conditioning.
Estate, the man no. Okofa 11 air conditioners.
We are so petty in this country. We are so petty in this country.
When you are talking, I kept quiet. Please. Oh, kasa me edin.
No, we see bedrooms.
Everywhere.
We are not responded yet.
Moderate here.
We are not responded yet. I don't have a problem. We are not responded yet. No, because it was a rebuttal. And we are not met my rebuttal.
He was the 3 minutes now. The rebuttal.
Yes, he was the man. I buy bungalow. The man 2-bedroom. or the 11 air conditioners kugu and now we penny into no and on your mebunu it's okay. STC mia ya papa ya de nyina na nakomia enye ono na ne workers na say document leaking from where almost senate cry na do baby ni entua. Is that good leadership? And I know my can because on onye mebuno. Is that the argument Kwasi Kwarteng is advancing here? I'm putting it on record. Say ene e mebuno ya appoint on the NDC no. They are extremely qualified, one, academically, professionally, and vindication is in the womb of time. It is only a matter of time that you know, Sir President Mahama, decisions will take here no, has been the best decisions. It is some people will say, yama opposition, ya question ye be say, or the oko aware or obenya bibiadi. If that's the MPP conversation, fine. If in MPP, say you more be appointment, ye bisa say okwa ho benya bibia dia. If that's the conversation, MPP fine, but don't come and lump everybody together. The NDC and MPP are worlds apart. We are not the same. So that argument must be made clearly. Nobody is saying say obi e mabuna e chesa en appoint no. So obi e babuna e chesa en appoint. Nobody is saying that. But I am saying it here on this platform. Say mabunu a NDC for appointing omo no. Aminimbi no. In their professional and personal rights no. And academic qualifications no. They are qualified and they will deliver on that responsibility.
No, she. No, I'm coming. Or about you. Do I have the opportunity to then respond? Because you'll be dead.
Everyone. Me, I'm telling you, may you be my own in your submission. Again, near Obey or has said, young state of nations say, may you be in the end. Mamma Usimami and Sakasima Bako, now NTC state of the nation. And so it is extremely unfortunate to say, as a young Marcos Kwarteng, you will not be happy. Say, Mebuna, Omua NDC Mono. Ya appointed Odwana, say, Omumbe take leader. If that was not the situation in MPP, I say NDC fine, no problem. But don't take a swipe at them now and run it down on individual capacity, individual credentials. That must not be allowed on this platform. Number 2, Young State of Nations address. And now, President Mama Yadebia, I will forever respect him. Share leadership. One of the hallmarks of good leadership. Taking responsibility. And now President Mahama or say na abindadano emodemon sweni na omatete Ghana sikasem apansam no na otowa yento bibia saying na Ghana for to abaye de ema no until he will not come and lament. He will tell Ghana for the state of the country and give them his word. President Mama said here or yeah in the 2015 State of Nations address. Our catcher Ghana for say he will take the bull by his one and fix them so, which he fixed by bringing in power plants, Ameri, Asogli Phase 2, and what have you. Not only did he do that, he also brought Ghana the Atuabu gas plant, which produces 120 million standard cubic feet of gas, a $1 billion facility. And so osansi edidida na ye ne didi preku. Enti sika onya no de bibe sie no ate bibi e friend Esla, which MPP opposed, only for them to come to power, securitize it and use it for whatever they want, just like they use it for paying SML, a company oman no ampamanyere into ono no nyesa, and he solved them so. He did not dabble in excuses. He solved it for Baumia to corroborate it on Joy FM. And seasoned MPP officials are MPP corroborated said President Mama indeed solved them. So that fact is there. President Mama to nanum to nra. Or see Ghana sika samwa Atitia Pansamuno. He, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, will solve it. He will fix it. What was the situation in the previous MPP administration? Bibi Kakrebi, Russian-Ukrainian war. I ain't Tokwane so Russian-Ukrainian war. Bibi Kakrebi, I ain't COVID-19. Bibi Kakrebi, I ain't NDC4. President Mama will never dabble in that. And then he showed maturity, he showed leadership. And also Kodaho. Number 2, the State of Nations address. You don't just come and state what is there. When you state it, you must give us an idea exactly how you want to fix it. And yes, idea. Anka program no ba no abe lamenti no aka say we no ko there be. Esa wo kire the opportunity you have been given. Say na me beto ye, me nsusu ye mu no, me gidi say na pese ye. And na president mama, o say na Ghana e ka ye di e 721 billion. From 120 billion in 2016 to 721 billion in 2024. 600 billion Ghana cedis in only 8 years. President Mahama say, and Ghana, your debt servicing, say, a car ya bosia ya bono. In Sehua, one way also tuyano. In the next 4 years, 280 billion Ghana cedis. Just say in Sehua, you bet your car ya bought in the last 8 years. In Sehua, Besiano Sihu, I bet you a interest. No, 280 billion, 3 times more than a car na Ghana did from 1957 to 2016. That is criminal management of an economy. Say ultimately 280 billion. Etua Bosia wabon Sihu. When before you came to power, country ni car na din na 120. But won kwa de
1957
na every dabe.
Every ko for say ko epic. Am kada na.
It is our time ni na. No problem. But in Sihu ubetua in the next 4 years no. 3 times more than the ubetu ye. Just in only 8, and it is extremely important. Share Oko energy sector. ECG Nkwaka odi 68 billion Ghana cedis.
Omo accounts mako
11.
Ebro
58 account, no problem.
Different accounts,
no problem. ECG ka omodi enkwa more than half of Ghana can ye ding now before 2016. Cocobol 32.8 billion. Health sector and
you have a swat.
Meanwhile, Oba Baimuno, now President Mama Akreti Esla at the last reckoning, Yakeka Bibia Boom, now Esla and Kwanya Sika 45 billion. Says Sikano, Ashi. What's our Bobosia additional? Additional 70 billion Ghana cedis. A bin sida Ghana bakosemu. Wabra could do health sector. A kai wo 15 billion. Na de ba ko aye me ya. Agenda 111. MPP for their sokwada ni achenchina. Adanko dada doi. Krokro de John. Omo be ka kire say Ghana. Omo be see district hospitals in regional hospital Kikabuma 111 agenda 111.
38.
And they could do 111. Omo di sika kwa
18 months.
Sa omo shayebo 18 months because omo shayebo ni April 2020. Omo di sika kwa $400 million. Ghana ni awutemi na anopa. $1 million. Tete sika 160 billion. 1 billion kwa 160 multiplied by 400 a binsi or Ghana bako semuda. What the size can I raj and 111?
400 divided by 18 per one hospital.
And it means that 22 hospitals as we speak, not even one is operational. And so $400 million has been invested. People must answer questions.
No value for money.
Sikano ashe. Not even one hospital is operational. How do you live in a country like this?
Hospital no entumi ntoaso mane meye.
Now say you say $400 million, you should be able to complete at least 22 hospitals. Me no ka say one po yemi. One. And so sikanoko.
Na the man you hu say your mama say you need clear source
of funding. So the president himself must, as it were, find a source of funding for Agenda 111. As I said, the Okreti Eslama Ghana. This is what probably the president must do. And so, you see, I can't quite in the road sector. No, 105 billion. Cocoa Rose on 21 billion. So this was a government of borrowing, leaving the country in debt, and more debt. Yes, please.
My kwan will break. Fida Rose, Magusu Kota, 7 years.
Munchiai. And so, Vice President Nyabema, Auditor General Chere say, not only is he getting the contract and getting paid, he actually getting inflated contract 3 times of what ordinary contracts cost. Over education sector. And I say, free SHS 4 or may 5.7 million. I dare you, yes, 5.1. I dare bet you, yes, we say na budgetary allocation and I be more be money.
And Tisania, wow, shall say, Doko can say, you can't. The true state of the nation, say you can't state of the nation.
Yes.
And once you come, mine to be a near Jano.
His Excellency,
yes, so now you solve the problem.
Or share education sector, hereby a president. Or say, feeding ye feedy our secondary school, I just obi was Sunday Rigua. Or Chayani, the Bianefin cry about on your beard in Onyanasa. Into your buy, no. He has released 200 million Ghana cedis to GES. Say function every district. Headmasters will be a Mejinisika. Wow, call Pajama Swa.
Set it was an
yes.
But so when him said it, what the year of the cake can say it was not sanity. There was a reason, Tia. A bass said there be young farmer headmasters for any view. Say, ye disikama, young Wediani editor, ye to me has problems, and they say, ye treat you and
what was the result? What was the result at the end? The result is that a feeding problem, no, essay, President Abba. What's your social media? Free SHS phone call and a video say, you catch on the president, Mama Bao, say, free SHS. Meanwhile, buy no. I think Pono Muni and Sama day. I papa.
And Granny video.
Video, show me TikTok and Twitter. Almost see a mom sausage. Almost see a mom sausage. But I could grab away egg or see a mobile for the last week. Your mom egg. You see a mom egg. Your mom nam. And the President Mama say he will create a dedicated source of funding. I'm a free SHS. In a matter of months, double track Abe say you coin. Obesity dormitory blocks. SC classroom blocks. I'm a double track na here 10 of the past. Or see any animal be being to Monsani or Manayo Moya. By the time a baby with different budget in on 11th March. Tertiary students are on my PWDs, persons with disability.
Free. Budgeting.
Yes.
Because budgetary allocation
Nina Bekum. And now or say get fund NHIF. Osha get funder, it is supposed to accrue about 7 billion Ghana cedis. It has been capped MPP for the tabno to so. And ye did near my infra. And to obey his tabno, Sika be Braba get fund and their fund the educational programs. Oko ye base a schools man. We are in a deficit of about 1 million furniture. Sa on capping of get funding. Ebeboa. NHIF. MPP for the tabno to so. Sa tabno ye be. Oko other sectors, health sector, His Excellency the President, or say Obe complete Agenda 111 through big push project, $10 billion facility. Yedibe complete all projects in the health sector, education. Yes.
What they multiply by 15 cedis per dollar. Baba 700 billion.
Doctor, it's only the cake.
Debbie.
Well, can't get you one man.
Sana President Peso. Into every sector, okay, health sector, and now just one a problem. Some of the health facilities machines are all and yet tools are you used to the operation and then your money may be new anti health facilities equipment replacement program. The president is going to embark on that. Majority big hospitals in Ghana, CT scans I say, MRI I say, X-ray I say, under this program, under the leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and then the health minister, health facilities equipment replacement programming will be done. Education sector, I've made mention of it. Agric, yes, say land and farm bank projects. We want to boost our exports under the program Agriculture for Economic Transformation. Land and farm bank project. Young people are only interested in farming. They will come on board.
And so no planting for food and jobs.
They say planting for food and jobs will be any. Say only the 4 billion Ghana cedis koshemo. Ebe do a chino na yes drought. Yes, Debbie. Masa, Debbie. Sloganeering, no, it is different from substance. We Honorable Eric Opoku and John Dramani Mahama. The people of Ghana will have the opportunity to look at it after the first budget reading. No, things will be a bit. Yes, say before say if you are buying the transport sector. Na Tematum Pakadan, a $398 million project, railway project from the Indian Exim Bank. Is secure funded. You shall see MPP by 8 years or and complete. Yababium. She be operationalize it. And a host of Niama, I believe, say me do me second rounder. Meka Wasem Amagana for Ati. And I president finally, just a minute. President say those days are Obetina Konyamua. Ye the taxpayer Sikamawa. Oye ne basa. No, a chem. And so he will live within his means. You don't live a champagne life on an petition budget. We will live within our means. You better size of government so. Number of ministers has been reduced to 60. Presidential staffers will be reduced. This government will be a no frills government. Sikakakra Ghana for the mind. We will focus on the salient aspects of governance and leadership. We will invest in critical sectors. Ebe boost Ghana development and prosperity. So this is a solemn promise of His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama. And Ghana for team. Budget reading on the 11th of March. I am convinced beyond doubt to say by the time I budget reading, because now preparation be because the Ghanaian people are moto centre to Abamaye on December 7th. They will know say about moto no man to anya day and no mo. Yeah, my papa Abba. Didn't my public Guaquemu, Amagana, Nibian, Ghana for Niajan Medasi.
Yes, that's Yabusia, Dr. Same Aye, Ena, watching in Kano, presidency communications, a honomo, Ena, or na Jomo Pokuase Festus, dear your day Abba, or say, me bomb and penabaso, me bomb basopa, ewo, any casa. Ya okokasa ye wo emahye bedwam mehwe areas otache ye no a eye yehia nemum me nka wo mo a omuka enyeye no ho meka wo mo a ye bo ani da so se ebeye ye ho eniema a oka ye ni nyina no mepese mi hu se nipa a wayi won no omu betumi asom ama enie ne promises na oye no eniema atumi akoso ana ye nyina ye watwen ye minu abema Elder Samuel enini de ayi ode aba o say akua uni obi ene obri ma menamase pa wone afutu a mode ama ematan ene awofo medamase papa na wesu de ya ode aba ma menhwe Jimmy Owusu kwaten de ayi ode aba o say akua opani odi keka sembi efa se yesua bibi adwuma yo no wo de wuni experience ba se wo ye adwuma nte se doctors de minimobia or doctors are or mosha junso twa and minimobia or no practicals no di obi achi no sua ye no otumi hu ni ye eti enya de a entumi ensi doctor de ene de nana kwadwo de ayi a ode aba nana kwadwo se akwie ma Mr Competent PR no ye hwan no hwan asem na kamini se same asem na o kenya meba eno so Johnson Asare de ya wode eba o se kwie da bia mampanin kasa yemu no da bia oka $10 billion in 2012 he mentioned $10 billion ewo Hope City mu mi bi sa o sa promises yo de ba ye ni 2025 de yo de abanyina no me emu bi ani ho no mu a me gidi ema no eyeye ena no pap de so de de aba ha ye ni atem minua wo abetwa atem aba bia no me ma no entumi nkan atem ye nkan atem mo ha sei ni opesa wo kan no no aka wasem pepepepe na chese yatumi ekoyanim adwo akufu de ye de aba ndc man de na chese Dr. Aye asem na oken o say Dr. Aye okita ECG4 bill na chese wo keka na ECG4 ka wo mode wa consider the bogus take or pay contract na omo san ya ansa na omo firi ade so no eka eno so ede beto ho no mo adwo akufu so de ye de aba eno no na kwadwo o say MPP amanyoko nde two no nsa o minim nko a MPP amanyoko mo de eno no minim saa no mo de enam na kwadwo so ede ye de aba eno no ma memfa ofofo so ede kwadwo oat de ye de aba kwadwo oat de ayana ana o say akua you intelligent people ya chese minu kan sa intelligent people no omo we here omo ba bedi and qualified people no omo we here to lead us omo we here samum wasem bisa no ana Kofi Hagan say akua no see who says Abroche don't have value qualifications obi anka Abroche asem omo e ka say obi anka so obi fra Abroche ba oni qualification ti honde san fa bra biom Samson Tona say akua ka che kwaku kwaten say kwasi kache kwasi kwa aten say onya ya samu a wo ka no kra yenim nipa bi wo MPP amanyoko na ban mu a na o ma ye adwuma da na yese omo ani afi nanso omo ba ye adwuma e na omo ye enye ka buburo na omo gya ne ho no mo a wo moko eti kache ne say sa pomposity ne brofo de abreme no sa ahomaso ne yenim no omo ntwa so kra omo ntwa so na enye enie wanyi na enye ne minim na yedi ediposu Johnson Asare o say Kofi nje dise kwasi asem na oken o say mammodin kwasi mammodin yenimo mo a positions no magye a yenim so omuntumi nya adwuma no yenimo memo obi a nhye wo ma wo modin omunimo mo ho ye beba beto aso wo messages no ho kwasi lawyer so mame na ye state of the nation no
Mr. Hakeme say ehun hia so be sa enti hia so
we yes akura tie fo ntene mo kan kwasi to aso mame so mame
me ba mu na se biu wotiame so ka unya pani ne me ke so di bu okura ka se munya we de mame nka se mi
to aso mame kwasi
ebiwai ma mini kan ka se my presentation me very careful about it on nipa ya point you omo because me say a bit my genetic controversy I say oman ye wo mu a so far as obi wo sika a wo di sika show sika no obi any right to question say papa sika ni free he na onya ne he the only people are MC feel say all right say question omo politicians nkwa. We don't question people's lifestyle. There is no lifestyle audit. So kunipa, so your drugs, so your day. Nobody has the courage to ask about that. Unfortunately, we are being kukudra kubisano. Do be able to enzo ya yentina wukubusa. But then you soon Mr. Simesika, the we are see yesika 70 at the assembly day. Ebeba. It's a similar thing na yeka ho asemi. Appointment is just my yeke. Asempa ebo din ya se biwabusu nyina energy. And when you question say asimesi na obenten or qualifier and I say not even on matters of qualification but even on matters of competency. I mean do na beka se obi kura ho ya na wo mu kwasi kwata dey mo ababa ye hu dey. So I mean I expect that backlash, but I want to state on record say I have not in anywhere on this platform mentioned say youth to qualify. No, my premise, my argument on the youth. I spoke about people demonstrating competencies. I mean, competencies is not necessary. There is no correlation between competencies and age. Indeed, over 31 years, or a Sebio or a neurosurgeon, obviously the 70 years, I said, you man, Pania Crash one fan will be on Yobekono. So there is no correlation. What I'm talking about is an objective reflection that we all make in our closet. Say, hey, as soon as you see a dear Juma man, they are objective, reference points. They are objective realities. Sabiabu, Bintimi, and share, Dr. T. What do you mean, Herman can say to or not you who's a me or bar? Objectively, everybody sees Bema. So their objective realities are in all our minds. It rings a bell in our minds. I timi shock and catch us a appointment here, here as embassy. Those are the reflections and the intuitions that comes to our mind. But because of our culture, it's not something we want to talk about. After all, the president reserves the right to appoint. And after all, appoint to Obia should be able to be Yabodi or Weke and Diabodi. Nobody questions about it. Other than that, we should have the courage to question some of these things. Omaya Tima intimate question lifestyle audit. Omaya, who will be bold enough to question say as soon as the appointment here their money, ye jitum say unqualified. Indeed. Papa for instance, Dr. Siamadi, people raise substantive issue that based on his past conduct and I don't know, they don't believe say, and indeed Yakasobi is not eligible or is not competent to man a certain office. It doesn't mean so before one won't mean you. If you can even get somebody who is of a lesser age, they want to put a record say a very slippery path na me fire. It's not an area where everybody will want to comment it, because if you are not very careful, people will then organize people and then incite them against you. Yes, against you. And now you against you. And your patches say very populous. So that's I don't know. Very populous. Now I incite very yes you to know. Near making very simplistic argument without going into the main arguments that you've raised. But I mean that's my style. My style of communication, they say the status quo that you don't want to shake, me I will shake it and defend it, and I insist to say the appointments. No, I am measured in the spirit of wisdom. Some must say not been tending, but then deep within ourselves, the jury out there knows say as soon as you had nakwahan, one here assemble and what is the point? Say you see the be called baby intino. A bobo penifo bi di momoko baby into wentima answer when other people are going to a place now we believe they are not competent enough, we can't question it. Is that the logic? Hey, and you'll be a bonnet because after all, the logic is that we are a bonnet, we are a bonnet. I mean, I'm not sure that is the logic. Say, you see, we are so eager for false news, and even to some extent, and here. I mean, for instance, we measure so much on, say, President Akufo-Addo Jarewo play. Indeed, private jet bay and the Wukrumu ha washroom swimming. President Mama so used to be, President Akufo-Addo used to be, but we were so measured on it. When the could say video nearby, when the Kuhuye, and they say Jarewo private jet, and we measure so much on it. Ebini Kwame Wusua state institution, one more have a friend say, one must see.
State of the nation.
Oh, at the same time. Same time. So can I mean, he uses about 15 minutes. Yeah, but my question. Kwame Wusua my AK. Me Kwame Wusua is not my friend. I've not met him anywhere. But it is when we paint a picture, say wakosi a dying at the 11 air conditions a boom. And was it his private office? It's a state office, and you see, so what is so much of a big deal? We make no, it wasn't his private office, it wasn't his private home. And I thought that some of these things we just make.
Oh, come and I could see, and yet the private office. And he said, Obeto bibi kura dia kwhye mu a ebe go through procurement amam panimphobia humu ansa no akoya na say enye ne private office nti oye kura ni otimi ye ni ope kura waye sana o kam na kwesi.
No, that's not the logic I'm saying. I'm saying say when it's not broken we don't fix it. We made the news out of nothing. Ye journalist omoka ho asem emu hwan ana afa camera akosa state office ni mu ekohwe the nature of the office reasonably why not they air conditions 11 bebo die two, but yes, we all sit here and everybody talks about it, nobody questions it. Into die two, it means say one room no 6 air conditions, Babakuna 5 air conditions, Babakum. Very logical, but we have presented it on media. Everybody is reporting, everybody is sharing, and nobody is questioning it. Offend say, sir, state premises wall. You can the state of it. Is it the case? Say, this is 2-bedroom or mine at 11 air conditions. 11 air conditions, it's significant answer here. Therefore, what benefit? But we believe in everything. We don't question any status quo. Okay, say to 11. Let's get our cameras there. Who say, indeed, is it the case here? 2-bedroom and the 11 air condition. Which reasonable person would do that? But the other campaign organ will be a jedi. Into air condition, maybe air condition be 8 out the other. One team. And we are so much interested in running people down. Unfortunately, and very sadly, your journalism, without any disrespect to any journalist, you're reducing into reposting and resharing. Where who are saying social media no ashebi, where who are no ashebi, nobody even picks a phone. I know I had an exchange with Manasa on social media. Udim Nasam Walker and say, "Oh my it means the country is broke." Now, so look at the very simplistic analysis. Then we use one variable. Say, a ministry delayed in paying his creditors in Timis or minor edeka. Then you no come catch no muntimin to talk, and then they no money in your broke. Very simplistic argument, unreasonable, unintelligent, and we have advanced, and everybody takes it, and we don't even have the right to question it. But me, if you want to State of Nation address, State of Nation address, me Busamia. State of Nation address there. It's good to give history, it's good to give background. But let's remind President Mahama and the NDC said they are no longer in opposition. If we want to look at the records about Sebiebu, the car Ubidija Ubia, I'm not sure they even have the effrontery to even comment about it. As well, Senke found $250 million. Who caused the external debt of $1 billion? Talk about it. Say me what's in the car. Who's the external debt alone of $1 billion? Are you also talking about it? Economic variables and economic indicators there, it depends on how people want to interpret it. But you see, to the ordinary Ghanaians, you can talk about all the macroeconomic indicators, your time where you say, they don't care. Is it the case to say, Sisi Amenoka say, Uba ya 2 fuel 3 times or 4 times? Those are the questions. Oh, now can say, Uba Abaye Huejuma. Uba a dollar, let's say, what is the state of the dollar? And then free senior high school year, free senior high school year, Dr. Samayi Ekobayi. Now, we say we are National Education Forum, right? And now, what is coming out and they say, now you are using the National Education Forum as indeed a forum to run away from the responsibility of maintaining the free SHS in this form now, because yes, because or say by improving the quality, but do know the proposals that are coming out. The proposals say you be trap body. If you want to open some bad body, you have to pay for it. No, that is the proposal. Graphic online. I've Mama reference. Graphic reported it.
Proposal from where?
From the National Education Forum. That's the proposal coming out. And I've given you a source. Me 2 man matches. I don't speculate. Graphic.
And no say stakeholders meeting.
Yes. Yes.
It's your man for proposals.
Now they say banner. Huh? Say banner. And I'm saying say can the state of economy, right? So on one side, also be maintaining free SHS and unchem. On the reverse, you set up a stakeholders forum. You've just used it as a blueprint of endorsing what you want to do. And what do you want to do? Say what I say, you are testing the pulse. Hey, say the one person cobbled in bia ubitio. What's our cabio? Say feeding what person feed you ubitio. Those are the recommendations coming out. Those are the things that the ordinary Ghanaians are looking for. Free senior high school budget every year you are looking at 2.3 to 2.5 billion. We say 2.3 to 2.5 billion, which you are best or mine. Into 2.3 to 2.5 billion, if you want to win treble, near Chegua for so muncha, all of a sudden dollar and be stabilize it. All of a sudden, bit mass of woodum so. All of a sudden, Kora while vocal appointment in your bit for Munina. All of a sudden, crime so better. Look at this logic. By yesterday, you pay 150,000 to Jampo. Yesterday, Shem I call you the PAD every year, no money to 20,000 pounds. And nobody has a problem with that. We will share West Gracia. Oh, buy what you can say. You jump to maritime high about 2.5 times. What you can say. So the basic things in my livelihood here very soft for everybody. Anyone there was to win. Secondly, on still education. What can I say? State of the Nation address or can
by education, then you bet to me. I can see said this is the final decision I buy and take because send your walking. ɛyɛ adwenkyerɛ yɛnsi gyina yɛnka sɛ sei na ɛbɛkɔ ɛnti wonto bo me yɛnhwɛ ne yɛbɛfiri saa stakeholders forum no aba me yɛhu sɛ I
mean, fair deal, but except to say that President yesterday mentioned whatever that comes out from the State of Education forum, he would take it. And no he mentioned said there may be obejatum.
Who client sinker?
I mean, he said it. I'm quoting him. So it's something that he said it. Again, who care about state of economy or the state of the nation address? You see, one certain that we are all running away, unfortunately, has to do. What's that? Na is your moderator. Korea nano ye yomodi. Omo munya adwuma ye yomodi. ABY. I'm making that presentation very snappy. The first letter ordinary young person be free in his government as a citizen of Ghana. Say your appointment has been revoked. I didn't want to enka hwasem. Minority aka hwasem, TUC aka hwasem. You've pretended to turn a devil. And you come and lament, and the economy is and the economy is. There are also critical issues. I don't have a problem. Sesebi ebru abayebiaba no ba power no. Yaman korebi ejuma abay na anya sise amfa financial clients amomo. Oba pamo ma mejitum because you cannot pay them. But in this context, in this very instance, no, baby to say Ghana Education Service where I had the opportunity to work. Where I form no enya financial clients first of August. Second financial clients buy in September. Now, unim's appointment is not an event; it's a process. Check Kunkata, check national service center. You go through all the process of validation. I feel we are the appointment letter the amount. Even the issuance of the appointment letters even takes some time. Now in the hardware. When now appointment letter in the civil service, and I'm telling you one two that I personally experienced and I was exposed to in the public and civil service, people work for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, no money almost have ID. The people have worked for 2 years, people have worked for 6 months, people have worked for 8 months, people have worked for a year, one money almost have ID. And you come in, you suspect that those people are MPP people. The first letter that a Ghanaian receives from Nabaya or the confidence that show mu yato abama with over 1.7 million differences oba house where is already on the pure basis of doing some MP for no fault of theirs, because you have a systemic failure as a state, as a government. That failure has been recurring. People, it takes them 6 months to 1 year before they get their a friend say one more a staff ID on no fault of theirs or be inquiry. Yesterday, the president failed to talk about it. But
our council meeting said the true state of the nation. Then say, "Bibi anyway koyi niema obeso muni emudija no and niema nkoyi." Send the auditum.
Let me tell you one thing. President or no say the true state of the economy. And in any event, when you are talking about the state of the nation, it's not only about the economy. But you see, let me be bold about this. MPP, we've never run away from the fact that the economy at some point, we've never run away from it. President Akufo-Addo was the first person who make admission in 2020. Say we know how to bring back the economy, but we do not know how to bring back human lives. Essentially, the man was prophesying. Now, the commission always say there could be a possibility, say based on the measures that we are taking, all of a sudden, Ghanaians has forgotten, say, teacher for 350,000 teachers for 1 year with no work, but government paid them. All of a sudden, if you say, Ghanaians, for 1 year, even there are places, all of a sudden, if you say, for after post-COVID, there were businesses that MBSSI supported and government had the I mean, when you take these initiatives and steps, so nobody has run away from it. Indeed, people who believe say the COVID excuse, we leave it to the jury out there. But in America, the impact of COVID affected them, even to the extent that affected more elections. In UK, it affected them. It affected all countries. As of February, on Monday, October. Oh, okay. Many times, oh, have they been able to influence you? What's that? What's the dema? That's all now, Kabimano. Which was
I will say, Ekosiisen adwuma di esu ni asempa 94.7 FM.
Interestingly, but I'm making it very. So it was an admission, but we also admitted say the economy is recovering. But the economy is recovering. I'm not going to bore anybody with all the macroeconomic indicators. But the most important thing is say any part or say economy akrambo economy we inherited the most worst economy no say nipa kro ya is it intelligent for say nipa kro ya to say a source of money amount 2 billion Ghana cedis every year no or cancel betting tax amount almost 1.2 billion GRA projection or cancel economy akrambo no only say some major social interventions also by agriculture for economic transformation agenda also by the Feed Ghana program also by the poultry farm to table project the occurs and kokon no also by the Jumawura program also by the 1 million codes program so also by the Ghana Medical Trust Fund sa normal way nyina no and the presentation here no even one approach or one means or the be fund we scan everything no but you see budget is not a cure to a broken economy. No, hold on. Budget budget is a projection and location, and you make projection based on what you have. No. I'm telling you, say 5 interchange budget. Hold on. Budget and MPP. The discussion. I've listened a lot of things. I don't know. Security. If you tell my trouble be seen disturbances are more here nipa ku galamsey site and the galamsey hu nsema sorry benya you've not provided update on it LGBT you never spoke about it. We are talking about critical things. Which one economy break? Then yes, sir, economy break. We're able to pay DDEP. Oh, then what's that? Economy break. What you pay DDEP?
Yeah, that's it. Ebusia, enia uti lawyer Kwesi Kwaten ena waten nkano MPP communication team member ena wate nkano na we die iode aba James Sata ifose akua enye Kwesi Kwaten kuro ya na ubisa anu se wotie ya wose wantie mponi James Kwesi su wantie no no wo bobo so nti su wotie su wantie no me gidi se wo hu ba bi a wode enam na no pap de ayo de aba o se hwe enke wo se empanimfo yi omo pachew MPP fo enke wo se omo nsa do omo nsa ye mo pachew no onzo omo toa ne no omo ye no so a Kwesi asem okay ese ne omo no omo wom na omo toa so ena tete zuta wo se me se ma okasa ne ho nti a ye kan nya de se ebe yi ena Black Luso ne de ye ode aba o se akua nti MPP for san wa kukuduro se ombebo na adodanko akufu ado abaso wo de Ghana fo akoto di ichi mu no wo mu gusu kase bona baso no obeye we o makukuduro eson abusuafo yenye na ye mfa ensi
na edwa Yesu ni Barnabas fuka so nyai Yesu ni Barnabas
edwa washe
akosi abutre o
ene oba ye ne ye ka sem bi ase ya nkomu a ha dwen sua sukuntu aso nkwada isuban a omoda nadi kwan ye betumi afa so ne aso nkwada enu mpese ye de no etu apo anwumre e wo ye nsem eda kono so o de wanu betum yesi mo system education no se ne mbe ye ne ma no ka ho me ye mu obia ye automatic kwada wotwa wo ntwa wo nko no eno ka ho
what is wrong with that
and ama indiscipline na ye be
what is wrong with obitwa what is wrong with I will address it
ye duru ho na
waka say
obitwa obi antwo wo nko no Ghana force kan ye di training kwala no na training bi ade be ma obi no na obeye ho adwuma wa abonten
training ade be ma obi
of course so ye train police ya enye police ethics and professionalism na ade be adwuma so obvious of there let's say there was something wrong with the training about what you say because me na training me say ade bi anyam de bi ama me mfa me nsanka edibesi na me mfa me ade anyam de sa appointment ayemo de me anyam asem because eni me ho e obi na anya eti me kwaya ni bra wo ho se me anya na obi anya ntie me ya da bi wo se de wo benya me na se de be ba ho eni de be firi ho akọ no enkwatiw sa ne ma nyina e tre no de ma me a osisudua se me mama ni mmiri obi ade e da so ye ma bra bom eti me ni mmiri we eti training a wo de ba mani pa no eno na ebeda ni su ne ne ban adi won say eba wiase no bi ani we usu a woni adwene bia by environment ni training abefemu no ene kire say wo bo abrabo papa na sa abrabo boni educational curriculum no ene enema bebre ho amemmom de mi hu ni say yensa nko ye chikakra na yakoye Ghana ye deculturalized ya mabofo na twe buku amatwem so to bo asekan abofo de ahoma so ye mene they want to destroy Africa your economy and she say ya di abofo na chi ya carbon copy omuniama bebre no eni yesu ni e ban ni environment no enya de kro hwe religion kra no I started deculturalizing gradually. Because of it, my job, so I don't know what to say. Bema dear, Oba no ebene, Bema no ebene. Yeah, entity, yes, I let ye. Yeah, entity, man, says I will be as a dream. What was it? What it now? And then you can force it. A barrel mujai and crabble school. A parent baby and some family. Where was it? Was it what? And yeah,
remember, Mr. Bema no me.
Yanka say Bema entime no aduane. But so the question mutima, a time is coming we no baby cannot to so so about so ro ho koye aduane na duru so. Ye woni mabua yin koketi wo enipa mu a na be lifestyle. Enkora ya wo mu ko school no. Ene ma bebre na media no enye emebuye. Ejine ma bebre wa yeso ye bi a sedamede to tonkra ne de no na enam social media ne ma bebre no expose wo mu but bebre wa me so be mu say ye bi
ti nyade
foforo mu say yufu ezu branch no se duru a ye woni ma bebre a eba na sa ma na another experience ndi e ko school no me na mfo be for edu time mu ko wi omu ne omanyoma a omu zo mu fra me amenko etuba no makwaba no mani aye pepe yo masters aye no mu take school na bi ne maaya ne bi twempna ye time ye boys obetri na masters banglo wa akire boys obu betwema ye say apo ase omu no mu ye eyi ano questions a ebeba no masade bi amawo so many things aduane e call demonstration me kai say demonstration be blesi na ye aduane ho enema but na wo code of discipline so na wo wa ye no de wo flout to a ye mfa nchew eti addition mu no cut off point no me nkwa madre dia ye mfa mra ebeboa say ye wholesale promotion no say any sabon say if JSS for no omunyi omun nsuade o madre o mu say unya enter secondary school a wholesale promotion at the airport. Eti ama SHS for no umadi suano ekofom apo esa nyama ni nyina no ye tab na wo ho
ba me pese metimu bioma dokene kwasi
ba se me we bata very important
tie masem American ma you afrim tie masem American hwe ene Methodist Christian senior high school enkwada yi sene ye buru nipa wo ho ye wo obi sekan sa niema no ye ne na grat pani ekasa ye ura Angel Kabonuche say free headmaster because me na madwenche ni say headmaster wo school mo edi tumi ahye won say wo say wo tumi exercise that authority say me na me hwe nkwala esu wa ha but ono so ne de ne say da bi addition hye ye free senior high school ne ne beba aye mu no tumi ni bi wo ho ayaje free achechefo ne nsem amanne say teacher ni wo twi akwada so untumi nye se beba ne se bia enka akwada wonim se ma school ba ko mienu na continue assessment ye ntumi amfa assess me amenko se yese wa bon kra na bo ntwa e wo se ye promote ma akọ because ye mpesa aba be se atu e fees ne bio eti ye pese hu kwan ye betumi afa so sa hawi ye nye da ne atu ase because any eka stakeholders meeting no se ye niema e wo se yi free mu a na nka we ka hu bi and your school just say yeah. So mommy,
I think say the National Education Forum now, but it has come at the right time. There are some of the suggestions and recommendations about possibly Aban will take them. There are some of them government will not take. As we sit here, we don't know which of the recommendations are Aban. I cannot second.
Make republic.
Yes, I cannot second guess the president as I sit here. Like you rightfully said, the headmasters have been disarmed. There are situations if you secondary schools headmaster can't want some neighbor public. You will either be suspended or you'll be transferred. There have been several headmasters or criticizing the way and manner some of the things have been done under free SHS and then know because BTF. And
at some point, you dare not complain.
There was a headmaster or threatening say obe close down school because they are nini ho. Oh yes, obo transfer.
School
to them. Oh. Na say public knowledge. Ghana will be any. I don't think say be na meeting.
No,
and it's when you see a situation akwala untimi punish no. Akwala oye in the formative years. Ye onime bu onu ma oye kra onim say e wo consequences etisa. Secondary school a time you will direct the person. Remember what secondary school? You go to a time they will teach a form of frame me and then make kasa you solemnly punish me sometimes. It's me. And next I don't know secondary schools have been here.
The code of conduct.
Yeah, one kola o school ono who teach any crow because at the very least teach any team for banya day and cannot. Why won't even cast on nearly down? Why won't even cast on jogging? Why won't even cast constructively and answer correctionally? You know, yes, I do my way. Suddenly, any secondary schools. Because yes,
baby, no, any papa,
no problem.
Fake teachers, no
problem. No problem.
How they relate with the students. Almost to push solo. I make do baby say. Now and grab them everywhere. Everyone go for we are no buana. We are no buana. Maybe and your fake as the conduct of teaching, and I say almost supervise over the ethics, only so. Or not to turn one say, you could do a beyond crowded.
Debbie, 1 second. And the National Education Forum for me will look at some of these things. But me person me year one me digress about copy. Because if I take us and be so teacher 14 a few during COVID-19. It's your moka, me was so on Quajuma. Me are buying also 10 if you want one pump. Na IMF.
Now can you
patro. Mamen kasa. IMF World Bank says Gabriel. That year you projected to get a tax revenue of 45 billion. Oti we no anya 47 billion. They all pekra unya bro.
I see the target.
Oje eto enya sika more than you needed. But you are here gaslighting the people of Ghana. Why? Because some politics we na mo here ya Ghana for.
That's it. Dr. Same aye ena ya tenenka no communication na the presidency oka ho. Kwasi lawyer somna
MPP. I mean her variables or compare. Say o project say obenya say. But on factor what you also expended. I mean no.
That's a finance
why will you base on budget projection but you don't even consider the variable of what was expended? Who does that? Free SHS this is not the position of my party. But some point no. Na nam pedu nyumo otoye. Oso o man boadwo. Na nka bibia nkosi. Oh, na free SHS no de konya kodo no konyi fu. Na fe Ghana problem nya solve it. Na discipline school na education wiase bibia enye yi o man bojo na nampedu wo se afede mo se nkwa afede mekọ na fe asemasa one policy you see when people sit in Accra when people sit in Accra munyasa nkofo na Accra ho na redu nsu Ghana nyina into Accra yan mu buwa ye frekura se ba yo me fie me na me first generation junior high school just sadia no don't stop the interaction odo woman can face as one cut off point yeah moka ho asem I mean just for purpose of education so about we started conversation of cut off pointer is an indirect way to deny people opportunity to education because they are talking about say they want to fulfill some promise of removing double tracking but when you cut off points you have two options as a country or as a mind. Whether so be look into the face of your citizens and hide under the umbrella of cut-off point and deny them access to education. And I say you give them an opportunity to justify themselves. And caneno, aban sha won't mean in school die. Me opportunity man phone call. Also, when you're 23, I won't mean go school. To when you're 23, I will have crying man was born. You don't know panu sinikoto. Say the true. You need to know. Aban now fail to give a an opportunity. What we're doing is say akwara obe pass English and maths no those are the basis and the foundations of learning ye ma oko school who fail English you have more opportunity to go and justify yourself because pass maths who fail maths you have more opportunity to go to senior high school justify yourself name who fail two no mienu a that is where we say we give you an opportunity to go and write the BEC again I say oman woman we are so quick to destroy the lives of our youth. Every time, no, that is what it says. Every time we create barriers for people. Oh, cut off points, the quality is not, but we don't even avert our minds to the data. Or is the case say quality no? Now this time I was trying to say this. The because a cut off point, you know, just to waste people's life. Oh, Doctor, that again. And it looks like we are so quick to hide under the umbrella of cut-off point to waste people's life. Instead of say, the cut-off point, catch Akra so man in school. Akra you're feeling the barco, you're feeling immune, you're feeling impressor. I feel Akra class school where you hobby. Or be there or mine. Rather than say, Akra no unim say emprempino. Nkra or moon pass BC at the cut-off point to it has no fault of this. Oh, basic system, basic school education system and proper. I say, at it go. Into Akra went man pass and the fault. But the same akura no ni colleague no ni maame middle class parents dey call private school do timi pass on the onya kwanyako adenji na create opportunity for sa akura no na even pose secondary school ho no se e be pay extra tuition man na e man longer hours no betima ka chia pa man opportunity e bia ni D7 ho argument na minister for education Dr. Dochumuye Uso be na D7 20 min ko university adana say English no nya D7 na create English 101 man 5 years in pono be do school man o man opportunity to justify ne ho sa akura ko na uso nya D7 20 min ko university na akura ko do US dia US be ka say okay you be create English 101 amount instead of 4 years we be 5 years sa akura na be medical doctor you we ani e ho ense man adana we create a system that wastes the life of our people and that's what we are pushing finally on headmaster say so muntimi nkasa sa se mo ye ka bia na me nso no twam tie association bia ni ho na group of people bia ni ho wa sa so a one mo ni channel of communication. Unfortunately, when people work with government, we believe that the fact that you work with government, you can just get up and no afraid radio, no akasa, no carry. No institution have such structures. ABY, asempa mote hey, any multimedia mote hey. Asemba, you have a structures of communication. They be almost say omon kasa no. Then almost ati o masem abonten. Some pasa ye victimize oma. What also happens to the associations like CHAS? Oh, how many times are not gratis a bank also? How many times are not a bank also? Almost yes, kasa. So it's just a very shallow argument and opposition I can for him. And interestingly, in the Kabonua, you appointed Dr. Matthew Kupoku Pempe. One we had demonstration of Kuma say or a medical doctor and man Ministry of Education. And then you bought Harry Rusidi, a ho the Nabayaba power on Carry. In the Kabonua, bought Dr. Nabayaba in the city. In the Kabonua, hold on. Where end this? The Subai, no, hold on. And the Kabonu, your board, Dr. Ken Cancer, dear, one almost say, a banker. Nipa no ye lecture me so e banker. Oh, dear no. Oh, for no just sado. Ya ma tama. Obi, we
abusua for me first year mana me namase penifo ma me namase enyu ma me namase papa ewo moa mode abeboa enyu ma me namase papa
you should say Fanta. I love you, Fanta. I love you.